Everyone, please welcome to the stage Dr. Mary Schurgot.
Good morning. I'm Mary Schurgot, a program manager in the Strategic Technology Office. I'm very happy to be here today to provide a demonstration of the SHARE capability. SHARE stands for Secure Handhelds on Assured Resilient Networks at the Tactical Edge. SHARE is a DARPA program that was created to address the challenges associated with exchanging data between U.S. forces and coalition partners. Today, without SHARE, users have to reach back to centralized infrastructure in order to exchange data according to policy. For today's demonstration, we'll be talking about SHARE in the context of a public safety use case. Imagine, for example, you have medical, federal, and local authorities responding to a natural disaster. These users need to be able to communicate even if the underlying network is unreliable. They need to ensure that their secure data is kept private. For example, if the medical responders are caring for patients, they need to be able to share private health information and keep the status of that health information private from other users on the network. To address this, SHARE provides data sharing between and within trusted groups. In addition to providing this interoperability, SHARE provides resilient networking. In the event of a natural disaster, the network may be unreliable. SHARE caches data, synchronizes that data despite network disruptions. SHARE also provides configuration management tools to set up these sharing policies. SHARE is integrated with the Tactical Assault Kit or Team Awareness Kit. TAC has a map-based interface that allows users to see each other on the map, exchange chat messages, and this application is widely used amongst the military and public safety communities. Let's watch a video to learn a little bit more about TAC.
The Tactical Assault Kit has been described as a game changer. As it's known outside of the DoD, the Team Awareness Kit is a movement that has seen the addition of 15 DoD programs and a growing base of over 250,000 users spanning the U.S. military, federal, state, and local government organizations, as well as U.S. partner nations. The technology and open source collaboration powering TAC permits real-time visibility into mission status, coordination of shared resources, and a reduction of fratricide incidents, all while operating on an open source platform to improve integration across civil use, government, and military users. Maintained by the team of dedicated professionals at the U.S. Army Combat Capabilities Development Command, C5ISR, in the TAC Product Center, TAC improves situational awareness across both small and large-scale command and control operations. The TAC solution is truly a fundamental shift from cumbersome radio-based operations, where observer azimuths, paper maps, and signal mirrors can delay reaction times. Improved communication and coordination are critical to saving lives. When seconds are the difference between life and death, TAC is your go-to platform.
TAC has provided an excellent development platform to demonstrate SHARE capabilities and to communicate SHARE's value propositions of interoperability, resiliency, and scalability to our transition partners. We've had a unique opportunity in the SHARE program to conduct development operations, or DevOps, with partners across the TAC community. Recall that without SHARE, users must reach back to centralized infrastructure to exchange data. In the event of a natural disaster, it may be very difficult to maintain a connection with a remote server. SHARE instead takes a distributed digital rights management approach. Packets are doubly encrypted, cached, and synchronized such that only users authorized to access that data can decrypt and see that data. All of this happens at the edge of the network and doesn't require access to cloud-based services. SHARE is built off of the open source named data networking library. NDN has its roots in the academic community, and it implements a form of information-centric networking. When NDN is paired with program innovations, Share's distributed digital rights management solution revolutionizes how data is accessed on the battlefield or in public safety scenarios such as wildfire response and disaster relief. We're going to talk through a demonstration of that scenario now. I'd like to welcome to the stage Mr. Jason Schutte to assist with the demo. Okay, so now for the fun part, the actual demonstration. So what you're seeing on the table are 3 phones connected to 3 radios. These radios form the underlying network. Running on the phones is the TAC application. That's that map-based interface that I talked about. Each of the phones in the demo has a unique role in this simulated natural disaster. So we have federal authorities coordinating the response, we have medical responders, and then we have a local authority. Jason also has a medic, is playing the role of a medic in this scenario. Again, here's that map-based interface. The map might look familiar to some of you. It's a map of the Washington State University campus. Based on the sharing rules in place, the federal and medical users can see everyone else on the map. So what you're seeing are actual pins of the users. So here, looking from the federal user's perspective, the federal user is in the baseball field. Jason, one of the medics, is very close to the stadium. The other medic is in the parking lot, and the local authorities, let's say campus police, are on the track field. So now what I'm going to do is open up the chat functionality in TAC, and all of the users are in the same chat group. But Share is going to control who sees what data based on those sharing rules that have been set up. And now I'll turn it over to Jason to walk through the medical response.
So like Mary said, I am the medic that is close to Beasley Coliseum there, and we'll say for the purposes of the demonstration, I've noted someone that needs assistance. So I'll use the underlying TAC application to denote where I've identified the position of that individual. And I will go ahead and send that out to the group. And then Mary should be coming to you right now if you want to scroll in to be able to show that.
So here you can see, again, from the federal user's perspective, I can see the pin that Jason dropped. All of the users can see that based on the sharing rules that have been set up. Just zooming in so everybody can see everyone on the map. So now, given this pin that's been dropped, as the local authorities familiar with the scene, I'm going to send a message saying, moving to assist. So that message will be received by the other 2 devices and Jason's device as well.
I've got it.
And now, as the federal authority coordinating the response, I'm going to request additional assistance from the medical team. That message will only be received by the medical users because based on the rules that we set up, Share's controlling that the local authorities can't see that message. Jason, did you get that message?
I did. Okay, and then since I've arrived on the scene and I'm assisting the individual, I'm going to go ahead and send out a chat to my other medical partner to simulate that I need some help, and I want to make sure that the information only goes to that individual. So I just sent that, and then that should be showing up on the screen there in the middle one.
Sure enough, only the medical user got the message, please send water. Although that's a fairly benign message about the patient's status, it was kept only to the users in the medical group. Now what I'm going to do is demonstrate the resilient networking and unplug the handset, the phone, from the radio. This will cause the medic to drop out of the network. Jason and I can continue sending messages. Share's information overlay will cache that data and eventually synchronize that data when the user is added. So from the federal perspective, I'm saying, does anyone need supplies? I'm sending another message from the medical user, and then sending another message from the local user. Jason, have you also been sending messages?
I have.
All right, now I'm plugging the phone back in. As it rejoins the network, Share will take that cached data, that stored data, and synchronize that data in the network. And sure enough, we are now seeing the messages that we sent during that time of disruption, and Share has delivered that data. So what you've seen today is just a very small snippet at a very small scale of Share's capabilities. Jason and I will be available to answer any additional questions that you have. And I'd really like to thank the DARPA performers that made SHARE possible, the program managers that came before me, of course, the DARPA team, and our transition partners. Thank you so much.